Washington, CNN. As Tropical Storm Harvey pounded Texas, President Donald Trump at first reacted in trademark form. He swung to Twitter. Awesome coordination between offices at all levels of government. Proceeding with downpours and glimmer surges are being managed. Thousands protected, Trump tweeted Sunday morning. In a different tweet, he said that many individuals are currently saying this is the most noticeably bad tempest, tempest they have ever observed. Uplifting news is that we have extraordinary ability on the ground. As Harvey keeps on undermining millions on the southeast Texas drift with deluges and overwhelming flooding, the Trump Organization moved to demonstrate the general population they are tending to a calamitous tempest that could turn into a vital crossroads for his administration. On Sunday, as the president came back to the White House from Camp David in Maryland, White House Squeeze Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders declared that the president will go to Texas on Tuesday. However, she didn't indicate an area or further points of interest of the outing. We are planning coordinations with state and neighborhood authorities, and once points of interest are finished, we will tell you, Sanders said. We keep on keeping those influenced in our considerations and supplications. In a progression of tweets before leaving Camp David, Trump commended the way authorities are dealing with the tempest. The White House likewise discharged subtle elements of a Sunday morning video chat that Trump and Vice President Mike Pence, who changed trip intends to stay in Washington and screen the tempest, held with individuals from the president's cabinet. President Trump kept on focusing on his desire that all divisions and all organizations remain completely dedicated to supporting the governors of Texas and Louisiana and his main need of sparing lives, Sanders said in a readout of the meeting. Harvey made landfall late Friday between Port Aransas and Port O'Connor as a Category 4 tropical storm and battered the southeast Texas drift with 130 mph winds. The tempest has caused cataclysmic flooding crosswise over south and southeast Texas, and the National Weather Service said Sunday that the precipitation from Harvey could achieve 50 creeps in a few places, the most astounding at any point recorded precipitation in the state. The effect of the tempest, the leader of the Federal Emergency Management Agency said Sunday, could be felt for a long-lasting to come. FEMA will be there for quite a long time, the organization's director, Brock Long, disclosed to CNN's Jake Tapper on condition of the union, saying that this calamity will be a point of interest occasion. Propping for a supported reaction. That reality implies the Trump Organization's reaction to Harvey will be a progressing test. President George W. Bush's ease-back reaction to Hurricane Katrina in 2005, punctuated by his acclaim of his FEMA executive Michael Brown, whom Bush touted as making a hell of showing with regards to, was a pivotal turning point for him and struck a blow from which his administration, officially harmed by the Iraq War, never recouped. In 2012, Superstorm Sandy battered the shores of New Jersey 1 week before the November decision, and both then-President Barack Obama and New Jersey Governor Chris Christie got applauses for their reaction to the tempest. Deftly dealing with the reaction to the tropical storm and its effect could give the Trump Organization the chance to grab back news cycles that have been overwhelmed by response to the president's remarks and the result of the dangerous conflicts in Charlottesville, Virginia, and fractures between the White House and Republicans on Capitol Hill, including Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, Tennessee Senator Bounce Corker and Arizona Senator Jeff Flake. On Friday night, as Harvey dashed toward Texas, the White House energized a spick-and-span debate when Trump acquitted Joe Arpaio, the dubious previous Arizona sheriff indicted criminal disdain. In the main absolve of his administration, Trump did not take after his ancestors' routine with regards to counseling with legal advisors at the Justice Department before reporting his choice, a move that drew feedback from social equality gatherings and Democrats and in addition both of Arizona's Republican representatives, Flake and Senator John McCain. On Saturday, The Washington Post revealed that Trump had gotten some information about ending the criminal body of evidence against Arpaio prior this year. Tom Bossert, Trump's country security counsel, revealed to ABC's George Stephanopoulos on Sunday that there had been some unbalanced scope of it and that he was centered around the general population affected by Harvey. Consistently, Obviously the organization was attempting to exhibit its forceful reaction. Those endeavors started Friday, when Bossert informed correspondents at the White House preceding Trump's evening flight to Camp David. As he illustrated the government's arrangements for dealing with the story, Bossert communicated certainty about the administration's capacity to react to storms. "This is up President Trump's backstreet," Bossert said Friday. "Has he demonstrated authority here, as well as his whole concentrate has been on making America extraordinary once more. And attention not simply on Harvey." In the wake of acquitting Arpaio Friday night, Trump concentrated his end-of-the-week tweets on Harvey, yet not only so. He started Sunday morning with a tweet underwriting a book by David Clark, the Milwaukee County Sheriff who bolsters Trump, and another needling Missouri Senator Claire McCaskill in front of his arranged excursion Wednesday to Springfield, Missouri. He likewise tweeted about NAFTA and the divider he needs to build at the U.S. outskirt with Mexico. "With Mexico being one of the most astounding wrongdoing nations on the planet, we should have the wall. Mexico will pay for it through repayment," the president tweeted. Trump's reaction to the tempest will be nearly viewed in Washington and around the nation because of his absence of overseeing knowledge and failure, up until this point, to grab the chance to join the nation in snapshots of emergency. The White House is as yet managing the aftermath of Trump's reaction after the ridiculous conflicts in Charlottesville that left one lady dead. The president has been censured both inside and outside his gathering for his reaction, in which he faulted the turmoil many sides. Sanders said Sunday that Trump would go to Texas on Tuesday, however it is indistinct where in the state he will go and what the trek involves. The president himself prior in the day tweeted that he wanted to influence such to an outing when that trek can be made without interruption. The concentration, he included, must be life and well-being. Asked before Sunday whether a presidential visit to Texas seemed well and good right now, Texas Governor Greg Abbott, a Republican, disclosed to ABC that it depends, given the way that the tempest's effect is so erratic. "As you probably are aware, we had a storm hit around the Corpus Christi territory that is currently moving upper east, and is over nearer to the Houston region. Also, it relies upon where he goes," Abbott said. "We are now, for instance, engaged with the cleanup procedure in Corpus Christi. In the event that the president were to visit there, it wouldn't ruin any endeavors." At last, Abbott finished up, "The truth will surface eventually. We'll simply need to sit back and watch where the tempest goes, understanding that this whole tempest has been exceptionally eccentric in its development," he included. "What's more, I couldn't reveal to you at this moment where it will be in 2 days.